Hey everyone, this is my 1000 point Sylvaneth list. The general is the Tree Lord Ancient, and he's got the command trait Gift of Gyron. The artifact is the Silverwood Circlet, and the spell, the Deepwood spell I've given him, is the Reaping. He's backed up by a standard Branch Witch, 2 units of 10 Dryads, and 2 units of 3 Kernoff Hunters, one of them armed with the Great Bow and the second unit armed with Scythes.
Hi guys, this is my 1000 points of Flesh Eaters. Leading the army, I have a Abhorrent Ghoul King on Terrorgeist, and he has the Red Fury command trait and the Ring of Immortality. In battle line, I have 1 unit of 20 ghouls and 1 unit of 10 ghouls. Then for support, I have a unit of 3 Crypt Flayers and 3 Crypt Horrors. So the mission is Border War, and what that is, there's 4 objectives. 1 in the centre of your deployment zone, 1 in the centre of the enemies, and 2 in the centre of the borders. And now you score points after every turn with a unit within 6 inches, and you hold the objective. You have more models within 6 inches than your enemy. And the 1 in your deployment zone is worth 1 point. The border ones are 2, and the 1 in your enemy deployment zone is worth 4. And it's at the end of turn 5, the person with the most points wins.
Okay, please.
That's an Arcane,
In the centre here.
Sinister, Mystical, Arcane,
Deadly over here. Sinister again. Sinister again. And Damned. So, that went splendidly well for this side of the board. Right, I think we should get deployed and get started.
Yeah. So, because I have less units, that means I finish deploying first and I get to choose whether to go first. And I think I am going to go first, try and get as many objectives as possible.
To have a quick look at deployment. So you've formed a battle line all the way across here.
Yep, with the
On the
king
flanks.
in the middle.
King in the middle. Is that the Crypt Horrors up there, or are they
They're
Flayers?
the Flayers, these
The
ones are the
Flayers.
Horrors.
The Horrors, right. And over here, I've got my Kernoff Hunters, both units on this flank. So I wanted to make one flank particularly strong, supported by Dryads down here, leaving the Tree Lord Ancient in the centre there, and a unit of Dryads to the side of him. Right, oh, we also deployed before the game got started a Sylvaneth Wildwood as well, right in the centre field. There's not a lot of space on this board. That's intentional, to be honest. We quite like a lot of scenery. And yes, we'll see how we go from here.
Phase.
Flesh Eaters, turn 1.
So, in my hero phase, I have my command ability, but his command ability is summoning something. So, I'm just going to give this unit of 20 ghouls the Inspiring Presence, meaning they are immune to battle shock. But I also have a magic ability called Unholy Vitality. Vitality?
Yes.
Is that it? Can't pronounce words. So it's a casting value of 6, and I need to choose a Flesh Eater Court unit within 18 inch. And they get the 5 or 6 to ignore wounds. You know, like the Nurgle rule, basically.
Right.
So, I'm going to give it to this unit of Crypt Flayers. So, casting of 6. And I get it. So, they have a 5 or 6 ignore to wound. That's everything in the hero phase. So, on to movements. These guys have got a 12-inch move. Yeah, they're going to move up to grab that objective. He's got a 14-inch movement. And he's immune to the effects of the forest because he's a monster. So he's going to fly up. If he can fit to there. There we go. There you go. So
Very
he's just
spiky model.
parking himself in there. The ghouls down here, they are going to run for an extra 3 inch, so they're moving 9 inches.
Are they quite bad in combat?
They're not bad, they're just... there's lots of them. They're good if you get them in numbers above 20, because then they get their special movement thing. And then these crypt horrors are also going to run. So an extra 2 inch, so they get a 9 inch movement as well, because they're base 7. So, what, subtract 2 from getting off there?
Yeah, 1 inch off get off there, so
Okay.
it's only half height.
So they get an 8 inch move. And then these guys are going to run for extra 4, so they're going 10 inches. What, subtract 3 for going down there?
2 for down there.
2. So they get an 8 inch movement. Okay, so that's all my movement. That brings me on to shooting. I haven't got a lot, but I do have the Terrorgeist. Okay, so shooting, that's all out of range. I can't do my death scream, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the death shriek. So, it's on to combat. I'm going to try and charge with this guy into your Tree Lord Ancient.
Okay.
I'm going to need a big charge move. About 11, 12? 12 to get in. So I'm going to need a double 6. No, got a 4. So that's not in. So that is my turnover. I do get 3 points though for... Actually, I'm holding that one. I get 5 points for holding objectives.
5? How does
5.
that? How do you work that? out?
It's 2 points for holding the border objectives, and 1 point for holding my territory objective.
Okay. End of turn.
Yep, that's the end of turn 1.
Right, Sylvaneth turn 1. So my hero phase, the first thing I'm going to attempt to do is to... Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to have the space to do it. I was going to summon with Silent Communion and summon up a glade of trees. But let me just see, I have to place it within 15 inch of the Tree Lord Ancient and not within 3 inch of any other model. So 15 inch within, within the Tree Lord Ancient and not within 3 inch. Actually, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if I can complete this defense line, if you like, of trees. So I need to make a roll, and it's on a 4 or more, which I roll a 1. So that's
Not even a spell?
No, it's a command. It's an ability.
Okay.
My first spell, I'm going to awaken this wildwood, which hopefully then will serve out some mortal wounds to anyone within 3 inches of it.
Great.
So for awakening the wood, it's a casting value of 6. And I rolled 12.
I can't stop that.
So you can't stop that. And it says enemy unit within 3 inch of the wood suffer D3 mortal wounds. So D3 mortal wounds on these guys. What are they called?
The ghouls.
The ghouls. So that's 3 mortal wounds.
Can you check if they're within 10 inches of the king?
I will do when I've done the
Okay.
wounds, yes. We've got D3 on these.
The crypt horrors.
That's 1.
Okay.
I'm just going to mark that. And
The king
D3
himself?
on the king himself. 2.
Is that? I don't think that unit will be in. I'll let...
That's 2 on him.
This unit
And
over
we need
here?
to just measure whether that's 3 inch over there. I'm afraid yes. That unit too suffers D3 mortal wound, so here we go. And that's 1 mortal wound on the unit over there.
Okay. So that unit, my allegiance trait, or I think battle trait or something, it's if a unit's within 10 inches of a hero, I get a 6+ to deny wounds.
Okay.
So
Even
it's
mortal
like,
wounds.
It's like, yeah, it's like
Wow.
his spell. It's like Nurgle's
Yeah, it's like an aura of protection almost.
Yeah.
So 3 wounds on the ghouls
So
here.
that's just a 3 6+. Nope, so 3 ghouls do die. Then 1 on this unit. They ignore it. 2 on the king, and he gets a 6+, and he ignores 1 of them, so he takes 1 wound. And 1 on the unit of big ghouls. They do not deny it, so 1 of them dies. It was just 1 wound on the king, bringing him down to 13 wounds, I think. Yeah, bringing him down to 13 wounds.
Right, onto my movement. Sorry. The Tree Lord Ancient has a 5-inch move. I'm not too keen on my guy ending up in combat against your guy, to be honest. The
Could just try to bog me down with dryads.
I know, I'm thinking the Dryads have a 7-inch move. They're going to scurry along there. Right, okay, the Kernoff Hunters have a 5-inch move. No surprise, these guys are actually going to retreat back a bit. They've got quite a range with their bows. And these are going to move forward 5 inches. And we'll see the usual rush of dryads, because what I want to do is to try and get within. And the branch wraith I think is a 5-inch move as well, but branch witch rather is a 7-inch move rather.
7-inch. Is she gonna help the dryads, or?
I'm not quite sure. She's handy in combat.
She has quite a big
I need
side.
to move over here a bit. On to shooting. So I think we know what's going to happen here.
The infamous hunters.
So the Kernoff Hunters, I've got 3 of them with the Kernoff Great Bow. The range is 30 inch, 2 attacks each, 4s to hits, 3s to wound, -1 rend, D3 damage. Right, so with a 30-inch range, I really can kind of pick and
They're the
choose.
sides.
Although, not great line of sight over there. I think, right now, I quite like the idea of picking those guys off.
They are very fast, so.
4s to hit, 3s to wound. So that's 3 hits. Oh, no, that was a 1. That's 2 hits. 2 wounds, so -1 rend.
So 2 6+ saves, made 1. So how much damage is it?
D3.
So roll your D3.
And it's 1.
So they get their 5+ to ignore wounds from the spell. Oh, and they ignore it.
Okay. Not so great. Wisdom seems to dictate the best thing to do is to attempt to charge on these.
Charge.
It's 8 inches. So I am going to charge with both units. These need 5 inches and they need 8 inches. So let's do the far one with 8 inches.
Okay.
And I make it. And we'll also do the charge of the other ones, which was 5 inches. And again, I make it with 10. So I had 8 and 10.
That's not good.
Well,
The ghouls are meant to be charging, not getting charged.
We'll see, because I've got a horrible feeling, of course. This might be a terrible move on my part.
I don't know, those dryads are scarily big.
Yeah, but they're not that powerful.
Compared to my little ghouls.
And these were in as well.
You're saying they're not that powerful. Imagine what my tiny little ghouls look like then.
This combat's going to get very messy, because of course, Jack, you had to plant your guy right in the middle of the woods. Right, one last thing then. Do I attempt at 10 inches?
10 inches.
Why
with
not?
those.
That's what these guys are built for. And I fail. So that's a shame. Okay.
So, which unit are you going to activate first? Try and weaken the king or weaken the ghouls?
I'm going to try and weaken the king first, I think.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm going to activate against those. It's probably foolish, but I've got a horrible feeling that king's quite bad. So because I am within 3 inches of a wildwood, you're at -1 to hit.
What?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Great.
In my own combat phase, I can enrapture one enemy unit within 3 inches of the unit, and you can add 1 to hit rolls for these dryads against enraptured units in the combat phase. So I'm obviously going to enrapture both opposing units,
yep.
which gives me +1 to hit and you -1 to hit.
Okay.
My dryads have 2 attacks each. They're forced to hit, forced to wound with 1 damage, and they're a range of 2 inch actually. So, given we can't maneuver that, I think we can. I'm not going to even attempt the pile-in that. So we'll just know that there's 21 attacks because the branch nymph has got 3 attacks. Yes? 21 dice, needing 3s to hit because I get +1 for you being enraptured, forced to wound. So 3s to hit, and we need forced to wound. Yeah, that's me.
Wow. Okay then.
That's me rolling. So that's 2 wounds.
As many as I can. Get that onto there. Kind of get. They're a 1 inch range, so the first 2 rows kind of get in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 ghouls are in. So I've got 14 ghouls in range with 2 attacks each. They are 4s to hit, 4s to wound, but I reroll 1s to hit because I'm within 10 inches of the king.
Okay. -1 to hit.
-1 to hit, so I'm a 5 to hit, a 4 to wound, but rerolling 1s because I'm within 10 inches of a king. Well, 15 inches. So 5s to hit. I'll grab those 1s. Rerolling 1s. Nope. And then a 4 to wound. So that's 6 wounds on the dryads.
Okay, I've got a 5 up save on the dryads.
Yep.
So 6 5 up saves. And I pass just the 1. So that's 4. Oh, 5. 5 dead.
No,
ouch.
that's not good.
So I've got 5 attacking back. That's 2 attacks each. So +1 to hit through enrapture.
Yep.
3s to hit. It's better than my last attempt. And looking for 4s to wound.
Oh.
Ugh, that's a filthy roll for me. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds. No rend, 1 damage.
So 6 up save with the 6 up to try and ignore the wound. So that's 5 wounds go through. So that's 5 ghouls dead. 1, 2. So now it's my turn to activate.
Yes, it is.
So the Terrorgeist with the king is going to go.
Boo.
So you're saying I get -1 to hit?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I'm going to go with the Terrorgeist Fanged Maw first.
You're on 1 wound. Has that made a difference?
0 to 3, no. Nothing changes. Right. So it's 3 attacks with a 4 to hit, 3 to wound, -2 rend d6 damage, but it's gone down to a 5 to hit.
Okay.
But if I roll a 6 to hit with this, then instead of normal damage, it causes 6 mortal wounds.
Right.
So
Brilliant.
5s to hit. That's just 1 hit. With a 3 to wound. It's 1 wound with a -2 rend. No save.
I've got no save, so that's
So
one.
D6 damage.
D6 damage.
It's 2 dead.
2 dead.
I've then got my King's Gory Talons. Now these are normally 3s to hit, 3s to wound, -1 rend, but it's now 4s to hit, 3s to wound. So 4s to hit, 1 hit, 3 to wound. That's 1 wound, so a 6-up save on your Dryad.
6-up save.
Nope, so that's another 1 dead. So how many is that now? 3?
That's 3.
Okay, and then I've got the Terrorgeist Skeletal Claws, and undamaged I get 4 attacks. So these are 5s to hit. Well, that's quite good. With 3s to wound. So that's 3 wounds at a -1 rend.
Okay. So I'm looking for 6s. And that's 2
So
gone.
2d3. That's 6 gone.
Oh dear.
Is that all of them?
No, there was 10 in total, so that's 9 we're up to.
Oh, okay. My command trait, Red Fury, means I roll the dice, and if I roll below the amount I've killed, then I get to attack again. So it's automatically attacking again.
Excellent.
So with the...
I think we can just safely
Fanged
remove that
Warlock.
one, can't we? You get to do all your attacks again?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's just remove that unit.
Okay.
Ouch. That wasn't good. Okay, well, we roll to see who gets the initiative, yeah?
I think if you've got a double turn, then
So
I'm in
turn
trouble.
2, roll for initiative.
Ah.
You get it.
So I've got it. So turn 2, Flesh Eaters. I'm going to try and cast the same spell again on the same unit. So it's a 6 to cast. No, I fail. So I don't get that off. And I'm going to make that unit of ghouls immune to battle shock.
Okay.
Okay, so moving, fly to here. Oh, and it heals D3 wounds, the Terrorgeist, so it's back up to full. And then I've got the Crypt Horrors are going to move up there 7 inches. And the Crypt Flayers are going to fly over here. And then the ghouls. I don't know what the ghouls are going to do. Oh, you need to add up your points.
Oh, we'll work that out in a minute. You just leave me move.
I'm just going to move up to here to hold this objective. So that's movement. Shooting, I can't hurt anything with my shooting because you're so high bravery on your big boss and stuff, so... Oh, actually, no, I could. What's the bravery on the Tree Lord Ancient?
Tree Lord Ancient is... One moment, please. He has a bravery of 9.
Okay, so how
high.
the Terrorgeist's Death Shriek works is I roll the dice and I add 6 to it because I'm unwounded. And every point I'm above your bravery, you suffer a mortal wound.
Okay, don't you?
So that's for just 1 mortal wound.
Right, okay.
That's all my shooting. So, combats. We have the Terrorgeist charge into the Tree Lord Ancient. 6/6. So he's in. The Crypt Horrors are going to charge into that combat with the the Tree Revenant, Dryads. Careful not to touch the forest. And then the Flappy Crypt Flayers are going into the Scythe dudes.
Kernoff Hunters.
Yeah, the Kernoff Hunters. Okay, so I'm going to activate a unit. I'm going to go with the Crypt Flayers because I am scared of those scythes. Do you have any sort of negating to hit?
With the Kernoff Hunters?
Yeah.
I believe because you've charged them, in the charge phase I have an option to Tanglethorn Thicket. So at the start of either player's charge phase, the hunters can sprout a thick wave of thorn branches until the end of the turn. They cannot move except to pile in up to 1 inch, but I can re-roll all failed saves.
Okay.
So I get re-roll all failed saves.
Alright, so my attacks are, I have my Piercing Talons and Claws, and it's 4 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, -1 rend and 1 damage. But the leader in there, the Crypt Infernal, gets 1 additional attack with this. So, and if I roll a 6 to hit, it causes a mortal wound instead.
Okay.
So, 4s to hit.
Yeah.
That's 4 mortal wounds.
What?
Yeah. And 4 normal damage. Wow. And then 3s to wound. And that's 3 saves at -1.
So I have a 4-up save. So that's a 5-up save, re-rollable.
Uh-huh.
That's 2 of them saved. I failed that. So that's 1 wound and 4 mortal wounds that went through.
Yep, so that's 5 wounds in total.
So that's 1 Kernoff Hunter.
So now you get to activate a unit.
Oh, well, it'd be foolish to activate them, so I might as well activate the Tree Lord Ancient
Okay.
in an attempt to stomp you out. So the Tree Lord Ancient's got a few things. If I stomp at the start of combat, the Tree Lord Ancient stomps the ground on a roll of dice. Each enemy unit within 3 inches of the model roll on a 4 or more. The unit is knocked off their feet of the impact and subtract 1s from all to hit. So I'm going to attempt to stomp to see if I can knock you off your feet. And I do indeed, so you're -1 to hit.
Okay.
Next I can... Okay, well, Jack's been kind enough to let me remember my command ability of Heed the Spirit Song, which would have given pretty much most of those Dryads re-rolls as well, but never mind to save. But it doesn't matter, I've got it now for the combat. I am going to attack with my Sweeping Blows and my Impaling Talons. So at the moment I've suffered 1 wound. The Sweeping Blows have got a 3-inch range. I have 3 attacks. And they're 3s to hit, 3s to wound, with a -1 to rend, and d6 damage.
Ouch.
I don't gain anything from being within the wood, so let's just do that. So that's 3 attacks, 3s to hit, all hit, 3s to wound, 2 wounds.
And what's the -1?
So this is -1 rend.
So 5 up. Nope, so they both go through.
So they do
D6.
D6 damage each.
Ow.
So that's 4 damage. Could have
With a
hoped for more.
6 up to try and ignore it from the
Okay.
battle trait. So 3 wounds go through.
Okay. The next is my Impaling Talons, which is 1 attack with 3s to hit and to wound. It will be 2 to wound.
Ooh.
So 3's to hit, 2's to wound. Oh, and I fail. That would have been quite useful to get off, because if I do manage to impale you, I can do a bit more damage. But anyway.
I'm going to do my Crypt Horrors. I've only got one in range, but... So, Crypt Horrors. He's just a normal guy, so he gets 3 attacks with his club and septic talon. I can reroll to hit rolls because I'm within 50 inches of a king. But I'm 5... Wait, which unit are you entangling?
I will enthrall the ones that are about to attack, because I'm assuming they're far more deadly. Look, they're dead anyway, so let's just see if I can survive until it to attack back. That's the main thing.
Okay, so they're 5s to hit. No hits. So you to activate?
Right, I will activate my dryads, and I am going to focus my attacks on the ghouls, I think. Let's see if I can reduce the ghouls down, because that makes sense, because the other guys have attacked, haven't they? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dryads left, so that's 11 attacks because of the nymph amongst the dryads. Okay, 11 attacks. I am still within the woods, so I'm still receiving +1 to hit, and you are, well, actually that unit won't be -1 to hit, will they? So I am 3s to hit, 4s to wound. Somewhat better than before. And 4s to wound. So that's 5 wounds against that.
5, so 5 6-ups. So that's 3 dead.
Haha.
So I'm going to activate my king, I think. I've lost 3 wounds, so there's no modifiers. So am I -1 to hit at all or anything?
You had the ground shaking stomp, so you are -1 to hit.
Okay. So 5s to hit with my fanged maw. Oh, that's 6 mortal wounds. And that's just...
So he's on 7 wounds.
And then 4s to hit and 3s to wound with his talons.
3s to hit. Or 5s to hit, or is that
with the
-1?
The 3 to wound, that failed to wound. And then the dragon's skeletal claws are a 5 to hit. And a 3 to wound. 1 wound at -1 rend.
Tree Lord Ancient has a 3 save, so that gives him a 4 save.
Yep.
And he makes it.
Oh. There we go. So your activation?
Right, well, that has to be my Cairn of Hunters, doesn't it? Right, Cairn of Hunters, my attack, they are going to be attacking with their scythes. They have, with the scythes, where are we? I was 2-inch range, 3 attacks each. So I've got 6 attacks. And with the scythe, it is 3s to hit and 3s to wound. So here we go, 3s to hit, 3s to wound. Really could do with rolling slightly better than that, couldn't I? 1 wound.
What's the rend?
-2 rend.
So I get no save?
And that's D3 damage. So that is 3 damage at least, 3 wounds.
And that's probably 1 down to 2 wounds, I think. Here, you hold back, it's my... Oh no, 1 down to 1 wound. Okay. So now I've got the ghouls to go. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 ghouls. So they are 5s to hit because of your -1. That's not very good. And then 4s to wound. So that's 4 saves. 4, 5 up.
saves, 4, 5 up saves. And
4 dead.
4 dead.
I've left your boss lady in there.
Thanks. Right, I think that's the end of combat, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's battle shock now.
Battle shock.
Battle shock test for the dryads.
Ah.
Wow.
1 or a 2.
And the Kernoff hunters.
I don't think you're gonna be.
I am bravery 7.
So you can't fail
Plus
it.
1, so I can't fail it. Okay, my turn.
Yep.
And in my hero phase, I would like to command ability. I will heed the spirit song again,
Okay.
which gives me
Rerolls
anybody
for
within
save.
10 inches reroll.
Oh, you didn't do.
Reroll saves of 1, by the way.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, didn't do what?
I was gonna say you didn't do that.
Okay. From a magic point of view, then the Tree Lord Ancient, I can awaken the wood again. And if I do that, enemy units within 3 inches of the wood suffers D3 mortal wounds. That seems to probably be a better bet than my other spell, which is
Everyone within 3 inches.
9 inches though with the Silver Grove. And I'm just thinking, was it D3 again?
Yeah.
Or was it 3?
It's D3.
So D3 mortal wounds. So I might as well go for Awakening the Woods, because again you have quite a lot of people within it.
Yep.
So this is a casting value of 6. My Tree Lord Ancient attempts to awaken the woods and passes with a 10.
Nice.
Can you
I
think
could try and
about
combine that. But I don't.
Okay. So D3 on him. And that's 3 mortal wounds. D3 on those. Ooh, 3 mortal wounds. D3 on the crit dudes at the back there. 1 mortal wound. D3 on these because they're still within it, and 1 mortal wound on there.
Okay.
Now you get a whole bunch of saves, don't you? Even though that's mortal wounds. So
These guys won't.
hold on,
because
let me
they're
get around.
Okay. So these guys won't because I don't think they're in range.
So they get no save.
Are these guys in range?
How close have they got to be to him?
10 inches.
And we're measuring base to base generally with a.
Base. So no, they're not. So one of them just takes wounds. However many wounds they have 4 each. So one of them's down to 3 wounds.
Okay.
These guys do get their save. They get their 6 up. So 2 of them die. And then 3 saves of 6 up on the king.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so unfair. That's so unfair. There's only you that can roll 3 6s when it comes to your king.
Yep.
Oh. I
she's
still
got a
have 1
spell.
more spell.
Yeah. What is her spell?
It's not great because it's close up. It's within 9 inch, so let me just check what she can do. She can unleash sprites, which is 9 inch. The enemy unit suffers a mortal wound when you roll d6. So she's not really in 9 inch, so I think the best thing to do is to probably go for Arcane Bolt.
Or you could Mystic Shield the Tree Lord. Gives him a 2-up save.
That's probably wise actually, because the Tree Lord is pretty much holding my army together right now. So Mystic Shield is a casting value of 6.
Yep.
She's going to attempt Mystic Shield, and I pass on an 8.
Okay.
Is that something you can do anything
No,
about?
because I can only unbind 1 spell.
Ah, and you've only got 1 wizard, have you? Right, well, I think the trick is for me to focus on removing 1 unit at a time, because the Scythemen are the best chance I've got
In combat.
probably in combat. Although, how many wounds has this king got?
How many's he lost?
He's lost 3.
3, so he's down to 11.
I am going to pump a bunch of shots into him actually, and the branch.
Yeah, because they're 2 shots
Witch
each,
can
aren't
do
they,
that.
with those bows?
So we've got 2 shots each.
Do the Hunt's Master separately, because I think he gets +1 to hit.
Right, I am going to fire my Kernoff Hunters into your king. So I am looking for 4s to hit, 3s to wound with 2 of them. And that's 3
good.
hits so far. And then we
3s to
have
wound.
3s to hit with
3s to
these.
hit, yeah.
So 1 hit, so that's that. And I need 3s to wound. And that's 3 wounds.
Okay, with a
-1 rend.
So 3 saves with a -1, so down to a 5-up save. That's 3 go through, 3 D3 wounds. Oh, this is not looking good for me.
So that's 6, 7 wounds gone through.
So 6 up to try and ignore them. So 2 ignored, so that's another 5 wounds.
So 5, that's going to be 8 wounds in total.
Yep. Ouch.
So hopefully, bear in mind that he heals quite rapidly, doesn't he?
D3.
We'll see. The branch witch, I'm just checking, this doesn't have a shooting attack, but I'm pretty certain she doesn't.
She's got a little grub, but is
No.
that a close combat?
So the branch witch is going to attempt to charge into combat to assist over there.
Yeah.
Let me just measure that. She's got to go up 2 inches and over 4 to get into it. So she needs 6 on the charge, and she makes it with a 7. So she's made it into combat. How foolish or not that is remains to be seen, but I do feel like they need some help over there. Because they're pretty deadly, those things, aren't they? I didn't realise how bad they were. Activation.
Which one?
This is really, really, really tricky. I think it'd be foolish to activate anything other than
Tree
the
Lord.
Tree Lord. He's already got 6 wounds on him, and I'm slightly concerned. So, the best thing to do, I will go for the stomp.
Yep.
So I need to roll a 4 up on the stomp, which I make, so you're at -1.
Okay.
Let's just put a marker. And then we'll go for my attacks. Jack has been kind enough in the middle of this combat to point out that actually I could have shot my
Missile.
my missile weapon.
Staff.
And it's probably really important, isn't it? So he's going to let me do it. It's a bit
Kind of
of a
makes
mess.
sense. It's a staff,
It's
isn't it?
kind
You're
of,
kind
yeah.
of fighting combat with a staff, I would think.
So the Dune Trendle staff has 1 attack. I have suffered 6 wounds, so I need a 4 to hit. I hit on a 4. I need a 3 to wound. I wound on a 4 and it's a -1 rend, so you need to do a
That's
save.
a 5-up save, which I fail. How many damage is it?
And it is D6 damage.
Oh, missed.
2.
So 2 6-ups. Nope, so that's 2 more wounds.
Thank you for that, Jack. I'll try and remember all of my attacks next time. Which leaves me with I've got sweeping blows and the massive impaling talons. Is that correct? So sweeping blows first. I've taken quite a bit of damage, so I have sweeping blows. I have 2 attacks only. 3s to hit, 3s to wound, -1 rend. So 3s to hit, both hit. 3s to wound, both wound. -1 rend on the save.
So 5-ups, 1 saved. So 1d6
That's
wound.
1d6 damage, and that's a 3 damage.
So that's 3 6-ups. Nope, so that's 3 more wounds. That's down to 11 wounds now. That's not good.
So that's 3 more wounds against him, which puts him on to, what was he on? He was on 11 wounds,
11,
so that's 14
that's
wounds.
14 wounds.
Yes.
Which kills him, but he does have his Ring of Immortality. So the first time he dies, he comes back with D3 wounds remaining.
Here we go.
So he's coming back with 2 wounds. And now that ends your combat. You can't fight him because you finished when you killed him.
Right. I finished when I killed him.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't fight back?
No, I can fight
Oh, I
back.
can't
You
continue because I had one more attack.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, so my activation.
Yes, your
I'm
activation.
gonna do my flappy dudes.
So by flappy dudes, you mean
Crypt Flayers.
crypt flayers.
I think they're called, yeah.
Who are they attacking? Because you need to
The
decide.
hunters.
Attacking the hunters.
So that's 5s to hit because of your thicket rule. Oh. That's 3 mortal wounds from the 6s. And only 2 attacks went through.
Okay.
And then 3s to wound, so 2 -1 rends.
And the Kernoff hunters have
Is there 4 up save? Yeah, 4
up save,
so
so
2 5-ups.
2 5s up.
So no.
Fail. That's 5 wounds.
Is that another one
So
down?
I lose another
Oh, okay.
Kernoff
Not that guy.
hunter. Not
That's
that
your
guy.
boss.
That's my boss. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Okay. Right. I've got my 1 dryad, which I might as well activate, haven't I? Because the crypt horrors over there have gone. So my 1 dryad is going to make a valiant attack. 2 dice. They are 4s to hit. Because
Then I get another one for being.
I'm going to, yeah, but to get 4s to hit, I need to attack your crypt ghoul, which I might as well. Just for the +1 to hit. What's the save on the ghouls?
The little ghouls.
No, the big guy. Sorry, the horror.
5 up.
5 up versus the ghouls.
6 up.
I'm going to. I might as well attempt to kill the little guys, even though it's 4s to hit.
Well, don't you get +1 for being a nymph?
Oh, get an extra dice. You know what? Yes, let's go for it. Let's reduce that unit down as much as possible. So 3 attacks, 4s to hit, 4s to wound.
Yep.
Ah,
Okay then.
all that debate. Right.
So my activation, I'm going to do my king. Again, he's got
The
his
back from the dead king.
Yep.
The dead guy that comes back from the dead.
Well, he's not dead.
Is he?
He's the only part of death that isn't actually dead.
Okay, go on then.
So 5s to hit, 6s cause the mortal wounds. Oh. So that's 6 mortal wounds. Yeah. Just bites his head off.
Awesome.
Okay, so you get to activate a unit.
I'm thinking that's pretty much the end of the game. Right, so my activate my Kernoff hunter, I think.
Your hunter?
Because it doesn't really matter which order I go in, I believe.
No.
I might as well activate the Kernoff hunter rather than the branch witch. So Kernoff hunter with a great scythe. They've got 3. He's got 3 attacks. He's got +1s to hit, so he's
the huntsmaster.
He's the huntsmaster, so he's 2s to hit and 3s to wound. I wish I'd remembered that the first time as well. 2s to hit. Yes. 3s to wound. Yes. So that's 3 wounds.
So 3 wounds, did you say?
3s to hit. Yes, 3 wounds.
At a -2 rends. That brings me down to a 6 up save. So that's 3 go through at 3d3. 3d3.
And that is 3, 5, 6 wounds.
6 wounds.
Have I actually killed something?
Yes, you have.
That is amazing.
Yep. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I think if you're going to activate your little ghouls now, we can just safely remove the branch,
Yeah, okay.
the dryad.
Blah.
There. Unless you want the glory of rolling the dice.
It's okay.
Okay, which leaves me with just to activate my branch witch.
Yeah.
So branch witch has the greenwood scythe, which has got 2 attacks, force to hit, force to wound. She would normally add +1 if she was within the woods, but I haven't had a chance to release them. So force to hits, 3 to wound, 2 attacks. We go with the scythe. Force to hits, that's 2 hits, 3 to wound, that's 2 wounds. This is at standard rend, so your save is
a 5 up.
So 5 up save. Let's both go through.
What damage is it?
It's 2 damage.
So that's
4
him
damage.
dead.
So right, in terms of points, I'm getting a proper thrashing because Jack's on 9 and I am currently on 1 and still not holding anything, and I've lost my Tree Lord Ancient. Although you're significantly diminished.
Lost all my big flappy ones. The king's almost dead.
Well, that's the end of turn 2. So on to turn 3. We need to roll, see who gets priority.
See, if you get this, then that's my king dead.
So I need this. Yes! Hero phase, I've lost my top boss, but at least from a magic point of view, well, there's no point unleashing sprites, so I might as well go for Mystic Shield or Arcane Bolt. What's the range of Arcane Bolt actually?
Like an 18 inch?
18 inch, suffers D3 mortal wounds. So,
try and put it onto that unit.
yep, I'm going to attempt to take those out. So there's a casting value of 5.
Yep.
And I pass.
D3.
D3.
2.
2
so
mortal
that's the
wounds.
front guy down to 1 wound.
So shall I just mark that for you?
He's already on 3, so.
So he goes down to 1 wound.
Yeah.
If I can find the one that was worthwhile. Movement. I'm going to shuffle down here and attempt to get closer to the
king.
well, actually also to the objective and the king. She's going to come along here and again try and get closer to the objective, but I'm still staying up the hill so I can have full movement really. I think at that stage that's probably the wise thing to do. Although she can't gain the objective, can she, at this stage? But can she contest it at least? Is that how it works?
No, because I have more models.
Oh, you have more models. Right, shooting. Kurnoth Hunters to finally, this time, attempt to remove the king. So the Kurnoth Hunters are, of course, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s, except for the huntsman. So 4s to hit. So that's 3 hits. Then the huntsman with 3s to hit. 2 more hits. And then I need 3s to wound. That's all wound. So that's 5 wounds at -1 rend. So 5 wounds at -1 rend.
Means I get a 5 up save. That means 2 go through, and he's
Do you get your reroll? Do you get your reroll?
No.
No? Something about a 6.
Oh yeah, you need to do your D3 damage for each one then.
Okay. Just roll it.
So that's 3 damage. And then a 6 up to try and ignore that. Nope. So he does. And finally this time go down.
Well, it's going down to the wire, this one. I'm not on points, admittedly. I don't see what I can do on points, but and maybe actually it's not going down to the wire. Although you've only got 3 crit goals left, and I've still got 4 hunters marching around. So, shooting over into combat, I am going to attempt to assault with both the branch wraith, the branch witch rather, and the Kernoff hunter.
Yep.
I think I need quite a bit to get there, so I'll just measure up. Branch witch loses 1 inch for dropping down that little slope there, and she needs, well, to get within ½ inch, she needs 5, and that's what you have to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's 5, and the Kernoff hunter needs 9. So the branch witch makes the charge, and the Kernoff hunter 7, so doesn't make the charge. Ooh, I'm not sure I wanted her down there on her own, but maybe I should have rolled the furthest away first.
Well, you can choose not to go in if you want.
No.
Nah.
She's double hard.
She is pretty hard. Okay, so you get to activate first anyway.
I am going to activate my branch witch.
I don't know, you could let me do it, you know.
No, you're okay. I'll take this one. I have 2 attacks with the Greenwood scythe. This is force to hit, 3s to wound. I've still not made it with close enough to the woods to make a difference. So force to hit. No hits.
Oh.
I can attack with my bitter grub mandibles, and I get 1 attack, force to hit, force to wound. So that's a hit, and that's no wound.
Wow.
So yeah, that went well. Oh dear.
So now I get to pile in my ghouls.
Yep. And I think she's more than 3 inches away from the crypt, so they're not going to be coming into this combat, are they?
No.
Shush your ghouls. And what I'm really hoping for is they do a couple of wounds against her.
Why?
Because then she gets angry.
Oh, okay. Well, I've only got 5 in, so that's 10 attacks. So 10 attacks, hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4s. That's 3 saves. What's
3
the
saves.
save?
For the branch witch, just check.
5 up, so
5 up
3
save.
5 ups. So 2 wounds.
2 wounds, so that puts her down to
3.
3.
Okay. That's your turn.
That's it.
So my turn.
Do I gain a point? Is it 6 inches within there?
No, because you haven't got more models than me.
What, over here?
Oh, in there, yeah, you get that one.
Okay.
So you
I've
get 1 point there.
jumped up to 2 points. That's 100% improvement on the current state of play.
Okay, so my hero phase.
Right.
I think this guy.
Why don't you get
heals-
all of you guys to run through the woods?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
the woods are
That's a good
scary.
idea.
They're going to try and avoid the woods. So, running up to there.
Running or
Well, moving like
moving? Right.
that. And then this unit of ghouls are just going to sit there. No, actually, no, they're going to go for it. And they're going to run as well. 6 inches, they're going 12 inches. These super speedy ghouls.
Crikey. They're the fastest ghouls on the planet.
Yeah. They got this. Right, so that's all my movement. I've only got assaults now, so they're crypt horrors. 8 inches. Yep, that's in.
Why do you want to shoot the bone? No, you don't want to attack those. They're fine where they are.
Okay.
Look at that guy up there. Don't you want to do something about him? He's
No,
deadly.
I'm quite
Yeah,
alright.
just ignore him.
So, I'm going to activate my ghouls first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Foolish move. Those bowmen are terrible in combat.
They're not, they've got their little quiverlings.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it makes them super powerful.
So, 10 attacks again. So, force to hit. Not bad. And then 3 to wound. No, 4 to wound. That's 5 wounds
Okay.
with a 5 up save.
5 wounds with a 5 up save. Oh, re-rollable because of my ticket. Oh.
That's for the Kernoth Hunter.
Oh wait, sorry. 5 wounds, 5 up save. Oh, I failed 3 of them.
Oh.
And how many wounds does that take her to?
0.
0. Is she dead, is she? Right. Okay, there goes my branch witch. Oh, bless.
So you get to go with your quiverlings.
Okay, the Kernoth Hunters then. Well, first and foremost, of course, I am going to put the Tanglethorn Thicket down.
Okay.
So that gives me, I cannot move, but I can re-roll saves.
Okay.
So the Bowmen have the Quiverling.
Yep. That's our little arrow sack.
So I get 3 attacks. Force to hit, force to wound. These are pretty powerful, these Quiverlings. I've never used them before. 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 attacks, although I'm going to do, of course, does the Huntsmaster? Yes, he will count as being +1 to hit.
Yeah.
So force to hit.
He's got like a veteran Quiverling.
Yeah, which is understandable. His Quiverling will be like, well, the Huntsmaster's Quiverling.
He's been a Quiverling.
And 3, so they're all hit.
Then force to wound.
Force to wound. Oh, that's more like my kind of rolling. 1 wound.
So that's a 5 up save. Nope. So 1 guy's down to a wound. Then my attack's back. I have my club and septic talons. So 3 attacks each, but the boss gets a extra attack. And these are 4s to hit, if I remember rightly. And 3s to wound. That's 3 wounds with no rend.
So against the Kernoth Hunters, they have a 4 up save. And I fail 1, so I take a
2
wound.
wounds.
2 wounds.
Damage 2.
Damage 2. So that puts one of my Kernoth Hunters down to, I think 3, is it? They're 5 wounds each. So I'll put one of his underlings down to 3.
Okay. So I get an extra 2 points for holding a border objective.
Yes, of course you do.
And then it's turn 4 roll off.
Oh right, turn 4 roll off. Goodness me. Turn 4 roll off.
I got 3.
And I dropped the dice. Oh, come on. Just once.
Okay, so my ghouls moving up after that big hunter. Okay, so now we've done that, the ghouls are going to try and assault. Got 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're in. Ah. I'm just gonna go there. So I'm going to attack with the ghouls first.
Okay.
So 7 are in range.
I shall put my thicket down.
Yep. So that's 14 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Yep.
That's more like it. And then 4s to wound. That kind of equalises it. 4 saves.
4 saves.
Yep.
4 saves are 4 up.
And they're rerollable. So all saved.
Wow.
He just tanks it like a boss. Okay, so you've got your Quiverling attacks now. I'm guessing that's who you're going to activate.
Well, it seems to make sense, doesn't it, to activate the Quiverlings? Okay. Right, activating the Kernoth Hunters. I'm going to attack with the Quiverlings again, so the whole unit's still there. So that's 9 attacks. 6 of them from the standard trooper is force to hits. So force to hits, and 3s to hits with the Quiverlings. So that's 6 hits in total.
Yep.
I need force to wound. Ooh, that's my kind of rolling.
2 wounds. So 2 5-up saves, and 2 wounds go through.
Okay.
So that's one of the horrors down to a wound.
One down to a single wound.
Okay, so doing their attacks back. My bone club and septic talons. 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. So that's 2 saves.
Right.
4 up rerollable.
Okay, 4 rerollable.
Oh, you saved them both.
Right, a trample underfoot then. So there are.
Yeah, so there's 3 of them.
Actually remembered this time, so I'm going to do a little victory dance because I've actually remembered. There's 3 of them. I am looking for 4 or more. And then roll 1 more mortal wound.
Okay, so that's that guy dead. Ah.
There he goes. Dead dude.
And then you've got your Kernoth Hunter to attack.
So the Kernoth Hunter, he will be attacking with his Kernoth scythe. So he's got 3 attacks. He's +1 to hit. So he's 2 to hit. In fact, yes, he's 2s to hit and 3s to wound. So here we go, 2s to hit.
And then 3s to wound.
Oh, there's only me that can mess that one up.
He gets his trampled underfoot there.
You get my trample. Oh, is that the end of combat? Okay. Yeah. And I do at least make a mortal wound, so there you go. Well, there's not a lot to do. Oh, there's actually quite a lot to do.
You've got shooting.
I've got shooting, haven't I? Okay. So the Kernoth hunters are going to fire their bows into
the
big beasties, the crypt horrors.
Yep.
So I will need, and I need 4s to hit from the standard chaps. That's gone through, and 3s to hit. So that's 3 gone through.
3s to wound.
3s to wound. So that's all wounds.
So that's
you need to make a save at -1 rend.
So that's 3 6-up saves. Oh, none of them pass. So 3d3 wounds. Oh, and I'm dead.
Deader than dead. Dead ghoul.
Definitely dead.
Right, the Kernoth Hunter with the Great Scythe. He has the Kernoth Scythe, 3 attacks, and he's got 2s to hit, 3s to wound. So 2s to hit, 3s to wound, 2 wounds.
2d3 dead.
2d3 dead, come on. Yeah, 5 dead. Just a big sweeping swipe of a sweep. Followed by trampling on the foot. No.
Okay. So I am running out of ghouls. So I have 4 left. So that's 8 attacks. They 4 to hit. With 1 hit. Wow, these are some scared ghouls. Oh, and no wounds. Okay then.
Right.
So that's the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn. And is that the end of the turn?
Yeah.
We've just been having a quick chat. That's the end of turn 4. Jack has only got a few goals left, and though he massively leads me on points from the gains he had at the start of the game, I'm still wandering around essentially with 3 Kernoth Hunters with bows and a Kernoth Hunter with a scythe
You're just going to finish
against
the
9
off.
standard ghouls. So he's been
I think I'll call this one.
okay.
I think I'll give up.
Good game, man. Cheers.
It's good.
Right. Well, that was a bit of a crazy game.
Yeah, it was.
We were both still learning our armies, really. It's the first outing absolutely with yours.
Yeah.
And it's the second or third outing with mine, so we're still bending the head around the rules. I hope you still enjoyed it. I know Jack was incredibly forgiving of me for forgetting so much, and I'm sure some of you guys and girls are just screaming at the screen going, I can't believe you forgot that as well. We are getting there. We're been building these armies up and trying to learn the rules and build the terrain and all the rest at the same time, but we'll get there with time, and I hope that you're still enjoying it anyway. We're going to do a little bit of an after battle show over on the premium section of the website, so if you don't already know about that, we've got a website that accompanies the YouTube channel, which is wargameronline.com. If you pop over to there, you can access all of our free content, which is not only what's contained on YouTube, but some additional series that we do. You know, it might be just like almost like a video log or a diary of the work we're working on. So we're adding those to the website, so we're not just filling the YouTube channel with it really, so we're not posting 3 videos a day. On top of that, we have freemium content, which is basically if you register for an account, you can access premium content for free, a selection of the premium content. And then if you could subscribe to the premium account, which is only £2.99 a month, that gives you access to a whole host of content, full-length tutorials, painting tutorials, terrain, scenery, bat reports, etc. So it'd be great if you could support us like that. If not, we'll see you again on YouTube soon. All right, don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe. Bye.
Bye.